We solved that problem by electing the hardest working congressman in the country. We've seen him at dozens of town halls, sponsoring and passing bipartisan legislation and reaching out to voters across the political spectrum. The proof of his success is in these laughable attack ads that are coming about saying he's not doing anything. Who knows? So it's my great pleasure and privilege to introduce our Congressman Antonio Delgado.
Thank you, Keith. It is always a pleasure. Thank you for your commitment of service. Thank you for the way you consistently work to bring people together for our shared values and our shared purpose. I consider you a friend, and I'm just happy to have you on the ground doing the work that you're doing. So thank you very much, man. To our fine hosts, thank you for this wonderful establishment. 11 years strong, I believe. Yes. Thank you. Let's keep it going. Now, I'm here to support Peter Bujanow, first and foremost. This is a man who's a dedicated public servant. Lifelong resident of Columbia County. A man who has the experience. Deputy Town Supervisor at one time, serves in the Town Council, Commissioner of Public Works for Hudson, served on the Board of Ethics. Somebody who's demonstrated the capacity to serve and do so with integrity, with decency, with a profound sense that the job is about service, not about ego. Now, I can tell you, as somebody who has immersed myself in the world of politics, we need a lot more people like that. Not just at the federal level, which we all know. We need a lot more people like that. But we can't change what happens at the highest seats of government if we don't plant the seeds for that growth on the ground, in the grassroots. Part of why I've done the 26 town halls that I've done, established the different locally based advisory groups, from small business to healthcare to ag to veterans, bipartisan groups, each of the counties represented, is because I am constantly trying to bridge the gap between local dynamics, the people on the ground, the citizens, the communities, and what the nonsense that is going on in Washington, and the bubble that it has become. And the only way to build that bridge is to have real partners on the ground. To have real people on the ground who are prepared to do that work, who believe in public service, who believe in the public good, who believe there's a role for government at all levels to serve the people, to be for the people and by the people. We have that. Now, Peter pulled me aside when I got here. He said, I need that magic. Whatever you guys were able to do at Kinderhook, right? How did you do it? What was the work? Right. That is the key. Work. That's what it boils down to, people. That's all it boils down to. You gotta work. You gotta be able to work. And what does that mean? That means doing more than you want to do. That means pushing yourself beyond your limits. That means having the difficult conversations with individuals. That means not rushing to judgment about individuals. That means putting yourself in vulnerable situations. Biting your tongue in search for common ground. Listening before speaking. That's what it means. It means actually extending yourself to places that might feel uncomfortable. You have to. You have to be willing to do that work. You have to be able to make that extra call, knock on that extra door when you're tired. Because that's what got us where we are today as far as me being able to stand in front of you. Now, we talk about the ads that are coming in now. Well, we all remember those ads that came in 2018. In a district that's 90% white, the third most rural seat of any Democrat in Congress, the 8th in the entire country. There are 435 districts, people, the 8th most rural seat in the country. But those ads were coming in here because they assumed, well, if we just dump all this nonsense in here, it'll overwhelm what goes on the ground. It'll overwhelm it. But I believed in the people, and we worked. You worked. I know a lot of folks in here were working. A lot of you. And that's exactly the kind of work ethic, exactly the kind of dedication we've got to have now. Right now. So before I hand it over to the next town supervisor of Kinderhook, I just want to leave you with this. I know it's hard. I know you turn the TV on and you want to pull your hair out. And you want to scream. And you want to throw things. And you want to yell. And you get angry. And you get cynical. And you get frustrated, even overwhelmed. I get it. I get it. I understand the emotions that come with that. But allowing those emotions to dictate your behavior doesn't help. Doesn't do anything for our future. You got to put those to bed. Now, maybe when we were kind of wrapping our minds around all this early on, you can kind of live in those emotions. You got to work through them, process them. But the time now is different. Now it's time for action. Now we have a chance to exercise those feelings, to put those feelings into work, to deliver change on the ground. So use all that fuel, all those emotions as fuel. Bottle it up. But more than anything, dig deeper beneath that negativity. Dig for the hope. Dig for the positivity. Dig for the love, for the compassion, for the empathy, for the mutual understanding, because it's there. It's always there. Just got to be willing to go after it. And if you do that, I can guarantee you, change is on the other side of that process. So with that, let's make change happen. And I'm proud to endorse and support Peter Bujanow to be a part of that.
Thank you very much for your support. Congressman Delgado's work in the 19th Congressional District has been extraordinary. I have never witnessed a congressman representing our district work so hard. It's no surprise. There you go. So it is no surprise that he was recognized earlier this year as one of the most active, most effective new members in the 116th Congress. Thank you for all your hard work.
2336.
So let us be reminded that the 2018 election cycle produced two great candidate victories in the 19th Congressional District, Congressman Delgado and Bernadette Powers for coroner. I would like to acknowledge Chair, Columbia County Democratic Committee Chair Keith Kanega, Vice Chair Aaron Stamper, and the Columbia County Democratic Committee for their unwavering support of my candidacy. Also, a heartfelt thanks to my campaign team, Bernadette Powers, Bill Mancini, Aaron Stamper, Meg Tedisco, Larry Waite, Diane Argyle, and Mark Lining. And to my wife Jackie and my daughter Christine for your support, allowing me to do this. So this year, I'd like to acknowledge my running mate, Bill Mancini. Without Bill, we can't do it. Bill is running for town board, and I look forward to working with him for many years to come.
Me too.
So, as a lifelong resident of Columbia County, I have dedicated over 29 years of my life to public service, and I'm very committed and dedicated to this community. My platform is simple. I stand for fiscal integrity, better accountability, and low taxes. I have a proven track record for doing what is right, and when elected as your new town supervisor, I will continue to work even harder for you. I've also been endorsed by New York State Comptroller Thomas DiNapoli, the Teamsters Union, and the Central Hudson Valley Labor Federation. I also want to thank the Working Families Party and Quinton Cross for all their support early on, and they've been there with me. And also Amanda Boomhauer and Yvette and the rest of Congressman Delgado's staff for helping me put this all together and supporting me as well. Now we talk about, Congressman Delgado talked about Kinderhook, the Kinderhook magic. I think that's what we refer to it from now on. It's noteworthy that Congressman Delgado defeated the incumbent congressman in his hometown of Kinderhook, and we need to achieve that same success this time. This year's supervisor race is extremely important, not just for Kinderhook, but for the entire county. Kinderhook holds the highest weighted vote on the County Board of Supervisors. And if we take Kinderhook, we flip the County Board of Supervisors from red to blue, we'll become a majority. We will make history. It'll be the first Democratic majority in over 30 years in Columbia County. So I ask all of you, as these 2 weeks come, let's work together. I need your help. Please work hard for me to make this happen. Let's do this. On November 5th, please go to the polls and vote for me and Bill Mancini for Councilman and Town Supervisor. Thank you very much. Yes.